sweaty ass builds to counteract the fucking survivors. It's like, you know what? I had wish. You know what? They're lucky that they nerfed Skull Merchant. They're lucky as fuck. They're lucky. They're lucky because old Skull Merchant was broken. Oh my gosh, she was so easy, bro. I swear, I would get 4Ks left to right. There was not a time where I didn't get a 4K with Skull Merchant. There was never a time that never happened.
There was not a time that I wouldn't get 4Ks with Michael because he was just the day since he came out, he had not been updated. I'm not even joking. Like the day that he came out, there was not a singular update until recent. And that one update, it just made him ass now. Michael Myers, my favorite killer. Like the Tombstone piece, my favorite. Like
the Tombstone piece was also my favorite, but they butchered that shit. They fucking destroyed Michael.
No, the Tombstone piece takes as much charge as like the regular freaking just like the full Tombstone.
Dude,
and the full Tombstone takes 800%. Yeah, you have to do it from a distance now. You can't. Yo, I remember when you couldn't do it from a distance. You have to do it up close. And I think that's just buns now, because you have to be very lucky to get it in a good position to stalk.
If that's the case, because fucking survivors can just hide behind fucking objects. So like.
You sit halfway across the map, and then if somehow a survivor decides to like pull out some goddamn binoculars and some fucking retarded ass bullshit, they see you from across the map. There's a nigga. Time to like move 2 millimeters to my left and hide.
It's because they know when they're getting stalked because of a fucking notification. So, like, you know what? They need to remove that notification if that's the case. Because, like, okay, it's not fair. Okay, let's say I'm playing Michael, right? So, like, I'm stalking you from afar, right? You get the fucking thing that you're being stalked, so then you go hide behind an object. It's like, it's not fair. Like, I can't get you.
But if you want to stalk well, you're all the way, like, you're literally like 10 billion miles away. So all the survivor has to do is move like 2.7 millimeters to their left, and then just hide, and then you lose the game.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's not fair. Like that's so shit. Like, yeah, of course, like, exactly. I mean, it's like they're nerfing killers because freaking survivors can't cope with the fact that they suck. So they have to nerf the killers so the fucking survivors can have fun. Like, you see, that's why I stopped playing Michael. I stopped playing.
That's why I main Wesker now because of that. But then again, I don't have any,
Knight
I don't have... Oh yeah, fair enough. Knight's fun. But
I went back to Knight. I went back to playing Knight.
Like, and now that I don't play Michael, and Michael's trash, and I want to play Wesker, I don't find any enjoyment in the game. Like, I don't feel joy.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like, I don't find no enjoyment in playing Michael anymore as I used to. Like, they just destroyed his add-ons.
They butchered my boy.
It's like, I'm not even mad that they nerfed the fucking Tombstone in the hair. It's like, I don't give a shit about that. Like, I would barely use that. Like, I'll show you how much Tombstone and hair pieces I have to show you how little I use it because, well, I don't want my movement speed fucking deducted in tier 3.
Exactly. Yo, and genuinely, Tombstone piece was the funnest add-on ever, bro. Now, life is trash.
They need to buff the fucking stalk rate on that shit. And also, I don't know, like, if we're gonna stalk from afar, make it go even faster. Because survivors can just move out the fucking way and hide behind a fucking bush or crate or something. That's not fair.
Exactly.
That's generally not fair. So now I have to play Sweaty because they're playing Sweaty. So fucking unfair. Like, this is why I don't play DBD. This right here is why I don't play DBD as much as I used to. Because niggas want to play unfair and do all this other extra shit. It's not fair. So, therefore, if they're not going to play fair, then I'm not even going to fucking bother.
And not only
It's like,
that, whatever you do, they're gonna fucking say, "Oh, you're tunneling. Why are you doing this, bro?"
well, maybe don't gen rush. You guys are fucking gen rushing, and you don't complain when y'all gen rush. But then when we killers do something y'all don't like, it's like behavior. Nerf this killer. They're fucking tunneling, and their add-ons are so unfair. Nerf Michael, Nerf Skull Merchant. Oh my God, why'd you buff Legion? That's literally what it is. And no, seriously,
Michael, bro.
no.
Well, hold on, Michael. No way.
Like, people are
Hold on,
whining about
Michael.
the
No
Legion
way,
buff.
bro. Michael. You gotta be having some goddamn fucking. You have to have some goddamn voice changer, bro. That shit sounds too realistic. Like, fuck you doing? Like,
It is
what you doing?
realistic because that's a little like, you know what? And hey, Beef Taco, guess what? Beef, guess what?
What,
People are bitching about the Legion buff.
bro?
What's
Who
wrong
is it?
with it?
Survivors?
Yes! Only
I
survivors!
just want survivors to stop bitching. Genuinely, like survivors bitching makes me like playing Survivor not like enjoyable anymore.
They're bitching because they don't win, so then fucking behavior changes it, and then we killermains start fucking complaining because you're like, why are you only listening to one side? Are y'all one-sided?
Yes, and as soon as Killermain start explaining, then then we're just bad.
Yep. So apparently doing our job as the killer is bad. Okay, look, I do agree.
Hey, how
on
dare you
one
play
thing.
the video game? Obviously, like clearly, knock it off. What the fuck you doing?
I do agree on one thing. Kaneki needs a nerf. That's one thing I'll actually agree. I will actually agree. Like, they need to reduce his fucking, his pounces and his fucking grapples. They need to reduce that, because, like, I don't think, like, after he grapples, he should, well, like, okay, let's say you're injured, right? Because this happened to him, like, he grappled near me, right? Was stunned for a moment, could almost go the exact same speed I was and knocked me down, like, while I was injured, like, when he did that. I think something needs to be done about that. Like, honestly, that's way too OP. And even I played him, and I did that to someone. This is way too OP. They're gonna nerf him. I don't know when, but they are gonna nerf him. Like now, people like Kaneki and Skull Merchant, yeah, they need a nerf. Skull Merchant, I do admit, even though she was broken and fun, and how I want old Skull Merchant back, she was way too fucking overpowered. Like, I mean, her 3-gen strat was way too powerful. But, like, I don't get why they nerfed her again. She did not need another nerf. I don't know why they did it again. She only needed, like, one nerf, and she was good.
Because people were complaining.
Dude, literally, the fucking community hated Skull Merchant. Just because they couldn't win. Like, you guys are actually whining about this when you guys bring fucking meta perks like Prove Thyself, fucking Leader, you have...
Yo, I don't like Prove Thyself anymore. Prove Thyself is fun, but it's not fun anymore because the blood point bonus. I like the blood point bonus. I don't know what's the point of removing it.
Thyself. I only use it because I don't like to sit on gens for a long time.
I do too, but I'm saddened by no more blood point bonus.
There's still blood point bonus, right?
I have no. They removed that actually. The blood point bonus on Prove Thyself.
Oh, wait, why'd they do that for?
I have no idea, but they removed blood point bonus on a lot of perks.
Yeah, I think it's because so people will find it harder to level up. I think that's the case. Hold on. Let's check my challenges. Okay. Ensure one survivor carrying a blood can by any means. Okay. But yeah, Beef Taco, they need to honestly do something about this, bro, because I'm not
exactly.
Because, okay, I'm keeping DBD for the reveal that is coming in 23 days, because Hawk said Honk said that a review is coming out, and it's possibly going to be about Five Nights at Freddy's. That's why I'm keeping DBD installed. That's the only reason. And also, if I do get Springtrap, as a killer, the only reason why I'll have Dead by Daylight downloaded is because of the FNAF reveal. And that's it. Like, no fucking other reason, because this game is actually buns and it's cheats.
Just don't forget that there's more Survivor mains than killer mains.
Yeah, I know that. Like, I mean, dude. Like, you know what? You know what? That's why I dropped this game. I dropped this game because survivors, honestly, they just can't stop complaining. They gotta complain about everything. Literally everything a killer does. Everything we do is wrong. They don't like it, they complain. But, like, they're allowed to gen rush and bully us, and then there's nothing wrong with that. Like, someone actually made a fucking Survivor rule book. No, seriously, look it up. Someone made a fucking rule book of list of things killers cannot do.
Bro.
Rule book.
I can reach you like volume 1 if you want.
I don't want to hear it, if I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid. It pissed off Nasty. It pissed off Nasty, I can tell you that much.
Where? What, like, could you, like, send it to me on Discord if you have it? Can you send it to me on Discord if you have it?
Rule number 1, the killer is always wrong, no exception. Rule number 2, the survivors are always right, no exception. Rule number 3, the killer is always over buff,
Which rule book are you reading?
No exception.
I'm reading the one from Reddit.
Well, that's
Alright, can you send me the link to that, Firefist? I'm gonna read this right now.
I read a different one. I read a different one on fucking Instagram that, like, a salty fucking survivor made.
They're all bad. Oh,
Michael, yeah, they're all equally bad, but I read a different one.
I want to read both. Alright, guys, I'm gonna read both of them.
Oh!
Firefist, send me the Reddit one. Michael, send me the Insta one. I'm gonna read both of them out loud for the party.
Okay.
I need to listen to this.
Let me see if I have it saved here on my phone. Hold on.
I'll send it to you on Discord.
I'm also gonna send you something.
Because, like, I saved the whole thing. But, like, okay. I don't know where it is, but, like, I can remember volume 1 off of my head. Okay, so basically, rule 1. If a killer hooks a fucking survivor, I think it said,
Yo, the comment is crazy. Hold on, I'm reading. This comment is crazy. Rule 777. If the doctor is played on Gideon Meat Plant, we're allowed to disconnect. Hold on. Rule 1. Killer is always wrong. No exceptions. Rule 2. Survivors are always right. No exceptions. Killer is always overbuffed. No exceptions. Survivor is always overnerfed. No exceptions. The killer is not allowed to DC in matches. Survivors are allowed to DC in matches when certain conditions are met. When that happens, see Rule 48. Under no circumstances may the killer dodge or leave the lobby. It will be considered as a DC. No exceptions. As soon as the match starts, the killer must announce who they are by whatever means necessary. The killer must always let the last survivor exit to the hatch. Alright, we're skipping already. Rule 9, we're skipping 5 rules here. Rule 14, if the killer is successfully pallet looped by a chase survivor, the killer can for hence be referred to as an idiot and deserves everything they get. Rule 22, the killer cannot interrupt a survivor healing another survivor. It is unfair. The killer cannot interrupt a survivor mending or healing themselves. It's unfair. That's the next rule. Rule 30, if it glows, it goes. No exceptions. Any killer that finds a survivor within the first minute of the game can henceforth be referred to as a hacker and deserve everything they get. No exceptions.
Wow.
Killers must let all remaining survivors escape if one or more survivors have left the match prematurely. No exceptions. Any killer that enters within a 25-meter range of a hooked survivor can be forehence referred to as a camper and deserves everything they get. Rule 54.A. After hooking a survivor, the killer must immediately leave the area and stand in a corner even if they see another survivor and or scratch marks at the hook. No exceptions. 54B. It is mandatory then killer if the it is then mandatory for the killer to start staring at a wall for a minimum duration of 30 seconds. Rule 55. The killer must never chase after and or attack a survivor that has been previously hooked unless they have hooked another survivor.
I was waiting for that rule. I was waiting for that one.
Yeah. Alright, there's so much! Okay. Any killer that chases someone he already injured, hooked, or used an ability on before can henceforth be referred to as a tunneler and deserves everything they get, no exceptions. Rule 106A, after 56, it's 106A obviously, whenever a killer sees a group of survivors around a generator, the killer must only chase the uninjured ones. And 106B, if all survivors are uninjured, the killer will only start chasing the survivor stepping forward to start looping. Rule 106C, if all survivors are injured, the killer must run in the middle of them and scatter them. After that, they shall spend a minimum of 5 seconds without moving before deciding who to follow. When in looping chase, the killer should never take an advantage of a survivor that makes a mistake. What? Rule 458, when being baited by a flashlight or loud sounds, the killer must always play along. Rule 501 through 550 concern the trapper. 501, the trapper's OP and should be nerfed, no exceptions. 502, the trapper must always let a trap survivor go. I don't know. Alright, so Rule 501 again.
I want to stop you right there. The trapper is considered weaker than the wraith. What? Hold on, there's no way it says that. There's no way it says that.
Hold on, listen. The trapper's OP and should be nerfed, no exceptions. The next rule, 502, the trapper must always let a trap survivor go. Rule 502 again. If a survivor, hold on. If a survivor is caught in a trap, the killer will be reported for cheating. And rule 503, any trap placed within 30 meters around a hooked survivor, a generator, a totem, or a chest is unfair. Rule 504, if a trapper has placed more than one trap, he is referred to as a camper and deserves everything he gets.
You're pulling my nuts
Michael,
here.
Hold on, Michael. You think I'm yanking your dick with this one? Listen to this one. No, listen to Rule 503. Listen to this.
I've never done a 14 with trappers.
Listen to this. Michael. You think I'm pulling your dick here? Listen to this. Rule 550, traps are gay, no exceptions.
What?
Yeah, traps are gay, no exceptions.
You have to be fucking shitting me with this shit.
No, this is real. Alright, hold on. Rule 551 through 600 concern the Wraith. The Wraith is OP and should be nerfed, no exceptions. The Wraith must never use the cox-combed clapper, is unfair and unbalanced. Invisibility is for cowards, no exceptions. The Wraith must always use the beast soot if going invisible. Oh, Rule 601.
The second
Alright, this one. Alright, this one. Next one. Hey, Michael. Rule 601. The hillbilly may never use the chainsaw. It is unbalanced and unfair.
How? What?
Alright, for the nurse. The nurse is not allowed to blink more than twice. Anything more is unbalanced and unfair. The nurse cannot use add-ons that reduce her post-blink exhaustion. Alright, Rule 701. The hag stinks.
You are actually getting... Okay, what is so bad about the hag, bro?
The hag is not allowed to teleport for the first 5 times their trap activates. The next one. The hag cannot place her trap in front of a hook survivor, no exceptions. The survivor are allowed to erase every single trap the hag makes. The hag can never replace those traps. Batteries are expensive. Alright. The hag is the trolliest, campiest, stupidest, most disgusting killer. Signed, Major Salt T. Assfuck. Yep.
Keep going. Oh, Michael's not gonna like this one.
Oh, 751. The doctor treatment is not working. Number 752. The doctor's laugh is not funny. Rule 753. The doctor's face is dumb. Rule 762. If the survivor has reached madness tier 3, the doctor must stop chasing the concerned survivor until they return to normal. Rule 777. If the map is the Gideon meat plant, the survivors are allowed to disconnect. Alright, rules 801 through 850 concern the Huntress. There's nothing. Rules 851 through 1000 concern the killer perks. Rules 1001 through 1078 concern the survivor perks. There's nothing! Oh, never mind, there is something. Rule 1015. The killer cannot complain about the sprint burst perk. It is fair and balanced. The killer cannot complain about the dead hard perk. No, listen. The killer cannot complain about the dead hard perk. It's fair and balanced. The killer cannot complain about the self-care perk. It is fair and balanced. The killer cannot complain about the adrenaline perk. It is fair and balanced. The killer cannot complain about the decisive strike perk. It is fair and balanced.
Okay, well
that's all the perks. That's all the survivors. All right, this is for the plague now. If the plague comes across a survivor in an area in which they are cornered, she must allow the survivor to leave the area without vomiting on them. The plague will not attack a survivor while they're cleansing themselves. Pervert. Whenever the plague chases multiple survivors, and has corrupt purge active, she will attack no more than one. Alright, 207A. The only time the plague is allowed to infect a generator is when there are no survivors and 50 meters around it. If there are only 3 generators left, the plague cannot infect a generator. The Legion is not allowed to have high camera sensitivity setting. Turning fast while palace lighting is unfair and unbalanced.
How?
The Legion can only use flashy outfits, so as no.
No! Stop! Okay. First of all, pervert. I heard pervert. How are you wait?
Yeah.
It says
that was a pervert.
Yeah, on Rule 2005, it literally says the plague will not attack a survivor while they're cleansing themselves. Period. Pervert. Period. That's it.
Let's go.
It's because they're washing themselves, and you're basically being the pervert for watching them.
Oh my God! Why are there so many for the goddamn nightmare? All right.
Keep reading.
Rule 2101. The nightmare may only pull survivors in a dream after he sees them consenting by butt dancing 10 times.
By butt dancing? What?
Yeah, 10 times. The nightmare cannot use dream palettes. The nightmare cannot use dream palettes. It is unfair and unbalanced.
Ow!
The survivors' post-game chats are never toxic. They are merely teaching the killer how to play properly.
No, it's not.
Any insults from the survivor targeting the killer are merely comical in nature and shouldn't be taken personally. The killer cannot report survivors for what was said in the post-game chat. The survivors can report the killer for what he has said in post-game chat. If the killer has not said anything in the post-game chat, survivors may reporting for unsporting behavior. If the killer does manage to kill any or all survivors, they must confess what rules they broke. The survivors do not have to do bones, but they can still complain about NOED. If the killer succeeds in baiting a survivor into using his dead hard, the killer isn't allowed to swing at the concerned survivor until dead hard is cooled down. Rule 10,000. Under no circumstances may the killer offer plausible arguments in his defense concerning any of the rules listed in this book. No exceptions. That's it. It's the whole thing.
You know, that rule book is stupid, but mostly about the trapper and being a pervert. First of all, I died in 3Ks with a fucking wraith. Not ever in my life have I died a 4K with trapper.
Yo, so Rule 550. Rule 550. Traps are gay, no exceptions. I love that. Rule 550. Traps are gay, no exceptions. Hold on. Michael, check Discord.
Hold on, I can't check Discord.
I'm gonna send you something. Oh my god. All right, I'm gonna go do something real quick. When I get back, I'm gonna read the rule book for the Instagram rule book. All right.
Hold on, I can't find that one yet.
Well, I will find it while I'm gone. When I get back, I'll read it if you got it. All right. I'll be back in a sec.
Alright. That was the most stupidest shit I ever heard. Traps are gay, no exceptions. You survivors constantly disarm the traps every time before you step on it. I swear to God, the only time where I'm able to trap a fucking survivor is on the basic, because they always jump through the fucking little window. That's the only time I get a trap.
Let's see here. What else does the rulebook tell? Here we go. Killing all 4 survivors will automatically earn the player the title of Sweaty Tryhard.
Sweaty Tryhard? Killing all the players?
Yep.
Yep. What if we follow all the rules and still win? Then what?
You're still a Sweaty Tryhard, apparently.
That makes no fucking sense. Follow all the rules, do everything they say, and still considered a Sweaty Tryhard.
Yep. Here we go. Killing 0 survivors will automatically earn the player the title of Baby Killer. Yep, that doesn't sound so bad.
Baby Killer.
Yep. Here we go. Hooking a streamer first is always proof of stream sniping.
How?
I don't know, but that's their rule book. Apparently you're a stream sniper if you hook them first. Hey Michael, take this one. Finding a hiding survivor is always proof of hacks. Oh, and here's the things that they don't want us to play. Never play Nurse, Hag, Bubba, Spirit, Plague, Oni, Deathslinger, Pyramid Head, The Shape, Blight, Twins, Trickster, Nemesis, Pinhead, Knight, or Artist.
Yeah, so you see the weak ass killers.
And Legion.
Of course. So you just don't want us to win.
Never use OP add-ons as determined by survivors. Should a survivor DC, the killer must now farm with the remaining survivors. Yep. Remaining on the same map as a hooked survivor is equivalent to camp. What? What the fuck are these survivor mains? Okay, Michael, let me read you this again. Remaining on the same map as a hooked survivor is equivalent to camping. So basically, us being on the same map as the hooked person is basically camping.
Okay, I don't know how the fuck that counts.
I don't know how that counts either. Killers may never use Lightborn.
It's a useless perk anyway. But I'll use it since it makes them mad.
Killers may never use Franklin's Demise. I mean, you lose your item and you basically lose your flashlight. Killers may never use anti-body blocking perks. There's such a thing as anti-body blocking? What
the fuck does that even mean?
Hey Michael, hex perks are unfair, especially if the hex is well hidden. Always put the survivor's fun before your own.
That's fucking unfair.
Yeah, it says right here, always put the survivor's fun before your own. No!
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Hold on. The fuck did Huntress do?
Ha! Found your bitch ass.
Huntress is not allowed to use hatchets. They are unfair and unbalanced. These one-shot kill. Fuck you, especially the one-shot kill add-on. Well, Michael, we can't play Huntress because apparently the fucking, the hatchet is too OP and unfair.
Haha! She DC'd!
Uh-oh, Michael, you're gonna get reported. You're gonna get reported.
Yeah, I bet you I got reported, bro.
Oh no, bro. Oh no, bro, you're getting reported.
You should have seen the gameplay, bro. They were trying to sweat their balls off. Not today.
They said, I'm reporting you. I'm reporting you. You can't play this player. You can't play this character. He's too OP.
Yeah, like, yep, I just typed GG to the Dwight. Yeah, that's what the Dwight says back. Oh no, look, just watch my gameplay. Like, okay, the Knight is really fucking powerful on the game.
You should see my dredge too. It's powerful as fuck as well.
Okay, complete. What does this one say? Okay, let me just...